We're with the Salvation Morning all morning long and with Major Shell. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas as well. So tell us a little bit about the kettles, because you guys have been ringing the bells and had the red kettles out for over 120 years.
That is true. It's true. It started well over 100 years ago in San Francisco when the Salvation Army was providing the holiday meals and needed money for that. So they put a big old black pot out and people started putting money in. Eventually that kind of transformed to the red kettles, and we've been doing it ever since. So we're out every year at Christmas time raising money to help at Christmas and to help throughout the year.
And where does that money go? I know it goes to a lot of places, but mainly locally, right?
It stays locally, and it helps us at Christmas. At Salvation Army here in Chicago, we provide meals for people. We're doing over 10,000 food baskets for families to take home for Christmas Day. We do several thousand, 20, 30,000 angel tree gifts. We also use it throughout the year to help provide lodging and meals and things like that. So it helps here locally. We have a budget of $25 million to raise this year. $3 million is through the kettles itself.
$3 million got to be raised this holiday season. We're going to learn more about the Salvation Army. We got Jimmy. Jimmy, how you doing this morning?
Doing fine. How are you?
Your first season ringing, right?
Yes.
You having fun so far?
Having fun.
You like meeting people? I bet that's the best part.
I love meeting people.
That must be the best part. All right, you got a good ring tactic for us here? There we go. And you're also a choir director too, right?
Yes, I am.
You got a favorite holiday song?
Well, I'll sing Oh Holy Night.
Oh, Holy Night. Can you give us a bar or two?
Oh, holy night, the night was brightly shining.
Oh, my God. We're going to share more of this a little bit later on. But let's ring the bell right now. We're going to ring bells all morning long. We're right near Ogilvie and Major. We're ringing the bell. And you've been ringing for how many years?
About 45 years. Started doing this when I was a teenager for my corps out in the west side of Chicago, and been doing it off and on ever since.
I gotta say, you got some good technique here. Do you pick a certain rhythm, or a certain number of rings you like to do per minute? How do you do it?
Well, it kind of varies. When you get cold, you kind of go a little faster, you know.
Warm up
Sometimes
a little bit, yeah.
left to right, up and down.
Yeah.
If you're singing, you try to keep the rhythm. You know, anything to kind of help the time pass.
Right, exactly. And if you get a little slow, you go around in circles, maybe.
Sure. We do a little bit of that.
Hey,
keep
so
the feet warm.
We were talking earlier about some of the great things the Salvation Army does. You know, this time of year, I'm always reminded of the red kettles, but you know, a lot of folks out there there's some myths around the Salvation Army, some misconceptions perhaps, and there's one community in particular that there's a lot of issues that we should talk about. Yeah. The LGBT community sometimes raises issues saying, oh, you know, don't donate. Some folks in the LGBT community say don't donate to the red kettle, that there's some discrimination practices by the Salvation Army. A lot of these things are myths, so I was hoping you would have a chance to respond and maybe dispel some of those myths.
Well, sure. Well, I can tell you that our mission statement basically says that we are to serve all people who come to us, regardless of race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. And so we always strive to make sure we can help people. For example, we have shelters and all kinds of programs, and we are open to all those who are in need.
Yeah, and if you go to the website, you can see some really good, interesting stories about people you've been able to help out, no matter what community you're from. And I think that's the important thing, is that the money that we put here is helping people in Chicago, no matter what, right?
That's correct. 365 days a year. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So.
All right, so you mentioned it's cold. We should ring faster.
Yes.
Want to go a little bit faster here this morning.
Here
we got chilly temperatures here, but guys, we're going to be out near Ogilvie all morning long. And Major, they should come say hi, right?
We'd love to see you. Come on by and we'll have a little chat, and we hope you can help us out this year.
All right, yeah. And we got Jimmy back. Jimmy, you stayed warm. We got a bathroom break in there. You ready to ring some more bells?
I'm good.
Let's start ringing again. You can tell how cold it is based on how fast the ringing of the bells is going with the Salvation Army. This is pretty quick, right?
It's keeping us warm.
What's the fastest pace? I mean, this would be if we were sub-zero, I imagine.
That's about as good. Yeah, that's about as going to go. Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, how you feeling about the weather here today? What do you feel like?
I'm cold.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. Any guess? Really cold. Any guess on the current temperature here, Major?
I heard 21 a while ago.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We're in the upper teens through the suburbs, low 20s through downtown. We're going to get the sunrise here a little bit later. We'll have abundant sunshine today. That's good news, right?
That's good. That's good.
And as we get towards the weekend, guys, it looks like we got 40 degrees on Saturday. We'll take that, right?
We'll love that. We'll love that.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to be ringing the bells all morning long. Yeah, good morning, guys. It might be cold, but we got some energy. Jimmy, how about a little jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, Jimmy's ringing the bell, too. We got him some coffee. We're feeling good this morning. By the way, we got to talk, Major, about Shield of Hope. It's a great organization you guys do as part of the Salvation Army here in Chicago, right?
That's correct. We actually work the city of Chicago. It's an entry point for homeless families. And the building itself houses anywhere from 75 to 120 people. But the whole point of the program is then to spread them out to 30 different shelters around Chicago where they get more long-term help. And that's a program we started about 2 years ago, but a new facility that opened up earlier this year. And we're really proud of how many people are being able to help with that.
That's wonderful stuff. Okay, so people were keeping donations here. They were collecting them right now. The kettles are out all over the city. If you can't, you got to go online. You go to salarmychicago.org to make your donation online. It is a chilly start to the day today for sure, with temperatures in the upper teens in the suburbs. A little bit warmer near downtown. We're right around 20 degrees, and we're still dealing with the dense fog advisory till noon for most of the suburbs. So this won't be the kind of fog that just lifts as the sun comes up. It'll remain in place for a while, and it freezes when it reaches contact with the ground or the surfaces. So it could be a little slick out there as you drive around. Temperatures will warm up to about 34 degrees this afternoon. We'll take 34, right, Major?
I'm aiming for it, yeah.
Yeah, we're like 34 degrees. Warm up later in the week. Yeah, I'm ringing the bell now. You could too. Major, what's the best way for someone to become a ringer themselves?
Well, they can go online to registertoring.com, and there you can pick locations, times, whatever you want to do, and as many hours you want to. We'd really appreciate it because it helps us to help people across the Chicago area.
You can pick location?
You can.
Southern California?
Well, we can do Northwest Indiana.
That might be a little bit warmer for you. All right, Jimmy, you're ringing out here. What's your biggest piece of advice for someone if they're ringing?
Hey, stay warm and try to stay happy, man.
And stay happy, keep smiling, right?
Keep smiling.
The more you smile, the more money you're going to be able to get.
The more money you'll get.
Exactly. Obviously, it all goes to the Salvation Army and their wonderful organization, and the things that they do help millions of people across this great country. And, of course, the money that you put in here stays in Chicago, right, Major?
Yeah, that does. That does.
All right, guys, we're ringing all morning long. Come on by to Ogilvy. We'll be here.